Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Steam and Steel. This is episode number 16. Now, you might see a few things different, so we'll start off here. This is the D1 locomotive, and I missed this in the last episode, so to make it up to Gregory here, I actually got it. And you might be wondering, how do you spend the 11 grand that this thing costs? I will get to that in a moment. Another thing you might notice if we actually go here and zoom out is we actually have a path down to the second cactus camp. That, I believe, is thanks to Nicholas. So, thank you very much. He actually came in, helped me build it. And let's see what else is there. I think that's actually all we managed to do. We didn't do much. But we're going to jump in here. And yeah, so thanks to him, we got a lot built. Yeah. There's our thing. I think that's it. I put another roundhouse in. Oh, and I bought a brake car. So the brake car doesn't actually brake. It's more of a person transporting car. So, we're going to be using the D1 for a while here. Mainly because it has more power. If we actually go here and look. We were using the Class C, which had a power of 9,769. And the D1 has a power of 23,000. So he's got a little bit more oomph in his capabilities here. I also bought a bunch more log cars. So hopefully we're going to see if this guy can haul this up this hill fully loaded. And then yeah, I'm working on building a turnaround here. Unfortunately, it's completely in the completely under the mountain. So yeah. Yeah, the D1 is an O2. Yep, it's an O20 with a tender. I did get the smallest tender for it, I believe. I think I got the smallest one. Yeah, I got this little tender. I could have gone with this one, I guess. But, oh well. Well, here's an interesting little fact. I had to go deal with some stuff for a few seconds. I had it set to this. Minimal reverser, full throttle, full brake. And it somehow still made it all the way down the hill, which isn't too hard, and all the way back up. This is 2%, I think. I'm pretty sure we built this to 2%. So that's impressive. But anyway, so it snakes around a little bit. We use some trestle splines here. Here we probably could have used ballast. And I think this curve is 150. And there is nighttime mode. I don't usually use it, but I don't think I actually ever went over it, so we're going to do a cycle here and then I'll shut her off. Because it does make it harder to see the loading. Because there's also no flashlight for the character. The moon's nice. There we go. Yep. I'll have to pull forward here. So it is designed that I can go all the way up to the from this cactus camp to the lumber mill or to the quarry and just do a giant loop. Perfect. It is amazing how much more power this little guy has than the starting engine. We'll have to load up that wagon too here. Perfect. Now I do hope this thing can take pretty much a full depot's worth of lumber. Or not lumber, but logs. And I think it would be pretty close. She's struggling a little bit there. I gotta put some coal in here, that's why. Oh, and I gotta put some actual throttle into it. I gotta do the last car. Brake here. And brake again. Okay. So we'll just go here quickly and set the time to 12. Did it do 12 p.m.? I think it might have. One sec here. Let's just try 8. Time set to 800. Yeah, no, I don't want. Oh, that's fine. There we go. We got some bright morning sun with some shadows. I do love how the shadows actually do work with where the sun is. I do love that. It's a small detail, but I love it. Okay. We'll see how this engine can do getting up this hill. The track is nicely laid, so I do appreciate that. It's not janky, and also, Dev, please fix that, because that's just weird having those supports there. Also, I found a use for the industrial. Like, there's some people that have been building huge things like harbors and stuff, which is amazing. But for my uses, I have found at least one use so far for the industrial line without rails. So it's just the concrete platform. And I am so glad, so glad the Dev did this. And I will show you what it is. But I actually used it for one of my switches. That, like, that switch over there bothers me. You guys have no idea how much that switch bothers me. I'm gonna cut this down. Thank you. That is an amazing whistle on this thing. So this switch right here will slow down. Now, if you think about it, there's no actual rail print for it, but it works just beautifully. Like they knew I was going to do this. So that's awesome. But I will show y'all how I did that in just a moment here on this switch. I hate how high off the ground this switch is. I could bring it down here, but okay. just want to go past the switch so I'm not on it when I'm building, because I'm not quite sure how that'll react. Break here. Perfect. So, if we jump out here, open up the build menu, we got some industrial track, no rail. Build mode on, make sure those are off. And we just go straight. Yep, straight. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, it's too far. Huh. Oh well. And then we go another one there. And so that does that. So I'm curious. If we grade 0, curve 0. Yeah, there we go. I just want to get rid of these here. Now there is some graphical thing going on there, especially when you're zooming out, but oh well. Track planner, parallel track guide, build mode on. I can't afford that. We will come back and fix this up once I got some more money quickly. But yeah, this guy can haul all this up 2% with minimal issue, which is awesome. And don't worry, we will fix that at the bottom as well. I hate floating track. We also did fix the floating track that I did have up here. We just used the 15-foot ballast. I do love how deep that goes, though. And I'm glad they gave us a building block that had no rail. It's awesome. Okay, close that up. Do I have any beams up here? I do. So we're going to be loading and offloading at the same time. Which is awesome because it means more money. And we're just going to break early. Can I please move this all forward just a little bit? No, okay. Whatever. Beams. Okay. And offload, offload, offload. Beams, load these all up. We got lots of lumber, lots of beams. Come on. Throttle down, map. Brake. I overshot, I think. Yeah, I did, just a little bit. There we go. That is the harder thing with this. With the longer trains, I should say, is making sure you don't overshoot stations. For some of my lines, I will need to start double tracking if I do get more into having people on here. Because, like, for this line, like, I'm blocking this. I'm a huge train, so I'm blocking the turnaround at this point. You can get to the quarry past me, but just barely. Okay, why are you not off? There we go. And another thing is, like, here, one sec. Like here, if I'm coming down and somebody's coming up, and we are both going and coming from the freight depot, it's just, So I'm not quite sure how I'll do it. But I'm going to have to start doing some double tracking. Did I hit 100? No. So why did you start offloading? Stop offloading, I should say. There we go. We got one more load of beams, or logs, I should say. Yeah, and it's also just annoying running back and forth. Break. Looks like I gotta run all the way back, all the way forward. Ugh. I might start actually like having my train in the middle of a long one like this, so I don't have to run as far. But I'm not sure yet. $16 a log. And it's what? $21 a beam. And technically it's 3 beams, so it's $7 a beam. I'm just getting 3 times as much money. Anyway. Oh, she's struggling a little. Now here's my steepest section of grade, right up here. So I wonder how she'll do, especially starting from dead. Awesome. Break. Well, she looks to be doing fine. How about if we're on the hill here? Oh, train's pulling us backwards, but we say new and keep going forward. That's perfect. That's what I want to see, really. Offload, $105, $183. Look at that, $3,000. I think that's the first time in a while where I've had more than a few grand. And we just wait for it to come around. Here I do have it where you can load on 2 sides. But really, this is just more of a shunt lane. Wonder if I should bring this in. No. Because I want to have it where I can store 1 or 2. Excuse me. Where you can store a few cars here. Especially some of those 20-ton wagons. That would be nice. Perfect. And this runs all the way back down, technically. But I've shipped, where are we? Here we are. I've shipped most of my lumber. Like, I got 40 logs now. Most of it's already been sent. So, I gotta find a spot to store all this. Oh, that's gonna be spicy for these guys. It's so long. Come on, slow down. It doesn't have the best brakes. Because I've got no throttle going. My reverser's just in forward. Yeah, not the best brakes, because, like, I know, where are we? The H2 stops on a dime. Now, granted, it's an 040, so it's kind of to be expected. But in the Scarlet Heights map I did last season, it could stop on a 2% grade with this much stuff behind it, fully loaded too. We really were pushing the limits of that train. Anyway, I built too far with the trestle spline there. I should have had, oh. And we'll hit the brakes here. Open up the build mode on. We're gonna go from there to there. Wrong spline type, sorry. Try that again, planner, parallel track guide, there we go, track. Industrial with no rail. From there to that. Oh, darn it. Why do you have to do that? Okay, delete mode on. Delete this, delete this. Planner, track guide. Really? Come on. Parallel track guide. Okay, let's see if I can try this. Build mode on. Come on. Build mode from there to there. No, because it has a gap here, and I don't want the gap. Delete mode on. Now my question is, why? Okay, one sec. Build mode on. Grade 0, curve 0. Okay. No, that's not gonna work. Delete mode on. I don't want to build it on top, I want to build it within. Why are you being different? Hold up, 1 second. Let's try fixing this down here at least. I don't know how some of these guys get some of this stuff so perfect. Okay, 1 sec here. That's not horrible for a first attempt. It's really not. see if I can... If we use this guy, build mode on grade of, like, let's go negative 1,000, curve on 0. Where does it take me? Let's just add zeros. Okay, that's a fun grade. I really wish there was an easier way. 1 second here. Actually, I might have found a solution for this problem. Build mode on. Grade and curve. Oh, I need a planner here. Wrong track type. Build mode straight. There we go. It's a little bit wonky, but that'll work. Actually, there we go. That actually kind of looks cool with that bevel there. Do we have it on this side? We do. So what do you look at that? Almost looks like I designed it that way on purpose, even though we all know I didn't. I don't know how I'm going to get those patched, this gap patched. Like, come on. I can almost walk under it. Actually, I can walk under it. So I got to figure out how to fix this. Huh. Can I use a planner here? Because, yeah, it's only up here where it actually thinks there's a node to connect to, but there isn't a node down here. Huh. Track objects. I wonder if people just use buffers for this stuff. So it's right on that seam. There we go. Track. No, I switched it. Build mode on. You can't really tell. And I'm just doing my best here. And we'll have to figure out how to cap that end. Okay. Track objects, grab another buffer here. Track build mode on. Grab that node there. I don't think, no, that's a bad lineup. Delete mode. This guy. track objects. Buffers. I think that there. Build mode on. We got the right track type? Yes. See, there's a step, so it actually looks like it should be there. Complete mode. Get rid of that guy. See, this is the side I usually see anyway. And this side just looks smooth, so it looks good. I think that'll work. And I can still jump up the side, so that's awesome. There we go. Steam ahead. Oh, I forgot to get rid of these guys. Delete move. Get rid of that. And that. And we can still drive through here. Perfect. Let me close that up. Okay. Now we get to open this thing up and see if we can build a shunt yard. I just want to move closer here. Because I want to be able to do some of this in person, not from that. Break. I thought I turned the day cycle off, but I guess I didn't. Fleet mode on. Yep. Build mode on. We're going to build this. We're going to do some industrial track here because I want to see how it looks in the shunt yard. Especially if I go for some parallel lines. Build mode on. That just looks perfect. One sec here. Yeah, cycle is disabled. Let's see if we just change it to 12. There we go. Now explain to me how those two things are parallel, and yet they don't start at the same spot. Oh well. But yeah, this is all gonna be this stuff. I like this. It's gonna cost me a fortune though, isn't it? Okay, so build mode on. We're gonna need to make this stone embankment, build mode on. Yeah. There we go. And build mode on. I want to curve this at, let's say, 150. Good. And we're going to curve this at negative 150. Oh, come on, don't you dare. You're going to want to go through that, aren't kill myself? No, okay, good. Well, we can't even afford to do that yet. So it's going to be you're going to have to back in, but you're going to need to pull forward to get out. Yeah. Okay, it's weird. It's a weird shunt yard, and I'm not a fan of it. But it's in the space I have for it. Unless I change, like, I don't like this. I don't like how there's just two bridges, and then it goes to this thing. Like, I could put that thing here, and it merge into one. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm doing this to myself, okay. So we can just delete all this. Somebody's probably saying to themselves, thank you for deleting it, thank you. I'm just like, grr. Okay, build mode on with the trestle spline. And a curve of 150, and I think that is fair. No, maybe I can go actually 200. 300. 400. And if we take this one, no, that's just not. Okay, one second. Curve off. There we go. And I know I don't have any. One sec, this is not gonna. No, this needs to. Okay, build mode on. From there, do I have any other? Do I have a spline somewhere on your map? Is this really just one spline? Okay, one second. It's one spline. Oh, that is 0%. Okay. And to make it down there, it needs to be -1. To make it here, okay, to here, -1 to here, right? So to here. Build that. Build mode, track objects. Track build mode on. We go from here to here, and here to here. Look at that. Look at how much money I just made. I made $2 grand just by being a little bit smarter. And industrial track with no rail. We're actually going to try and be smart about this planner. This thing here. Okay, and industrial track guide. And industrial track guide at this point. Whatever, track. Build mode. On. On. Off. Off. And then we're going to delete mode. This thing. And this, I don't want that. Okay. Planner. Industrial track. There we go. Track. Build on. Boom. I do need to build this out a little bit further. Integrate of 0, curve of 0. And as long as I can't see any of this, I will be happy. See, why does it build so much further than you'd think it should? Build mode on. I think that looks fine. We'll see if you guys complain about that in the comments or not. And now we can go back to the stone embankment to a curve of, what did I say it was, 200? Or was it 150? I forget. We'll see when we get there. Because right now I can't store this on this shunt line, or this little shunt line here that I built. It's twice as long as either of them. And we just gotta come around. Negative 200. Ooh, gosh. How did that cost $2,000? Good. Jesus. And we're just going to curve 200. I thought negative 200 didn't work. Oh, it did. Okay, whatever. Negative 150. See, that's not negative 150. It only works in shorter sections. I don't know why. Okay, well, now I'm out of money again. Oh well. And I think we'll finish this up next episode, because I don't really have time. I gotta get to classes, which is the great thing about going to college. Your life isn't your own. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Again, keep an eye out for if this one goes online, because I usually just leave it running and wait for a log of loads in the evenings, which I know isn't much, but it's what I got time for, between homework and all that. Anyway, I hope you all have a great week. I hope you all stay safe, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Peace out.